Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, where I scour the internet and I look for situations so I can offer my unsolicited opinion. Alright, this episode comes from Dear Prudence, and the title is Help! I want to betray my friend's last dying wish and get rid of her spoiled dogs. I can already tell you, it's gonna have to be some powerful, compelling situation for me to concur with the betrayal. I can already tell you right now, you should tell your friend to get another person to do this. We definitely have to investigate this. Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, a few years ago, my wealthy, eclectic friend asked if I'd be willing to be the guardian of her 3 spoiled Shih Tzus if anything ever happened to her. Oh, she actually agreed. I laughed and said, sure. Why? Why would you say that? Well, my friend must have been psychic. Because she recently passed away from an aggressive form of cancer. I was surprised to find myself in the will as the new owner of the dogs. Plus, you already know, a healthy trust for their care. The remainder of which will pay out to me once they're gone, if they're still in my care. It could potentially be enough to pay off my student loans. This is trash. The only problem is that I hate these dogs. I'm not a little yappy dog kind of person, me neither. They have stupid names. Blanche, Dorothy, and Rose are not stupid names. Oh my God, she's a Sophia. I am embarrassed to share at the dog park. You're embarrassed. This is awful. This is absolutely awful. This is every person's worst nightmare. They are not well trained. In the past month alone, they have stolen a piece of Amish-made pie my sister brought me from the country. Peed on my date's shoes just as things were heating up. He did not call again. And ingested a shoelace requiring costly surgery. The trust paid, but I still had to take time off work and administer meds to an unhappy dog. Some days I'm ready to give up the money and call the rescue, but I feel obligated to follow through with this promise. My friend even wrote me a lovely letter about how she felt at peace, knowing her golden girls would be well cared for. Damn. So she didn't even know you didn't like these dogs when she was alive? This is awful. This is awful. I also suspect that if I give them up, they'd end up all going to different homes, and I feel guilty because they are really bonded. Other days I feel like finding them good homes would be enough to fulfill the promise. It's not. If finding good homes was enough, she'd have done that. Jeez, what in the world? But the potential money makes me pause. These dogs could easily go for 5+ more years. What should I do? Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, get them trained. Get them trained. That's the first thing you do. And get them trained well. Get them trained by, like, the best. Okay? I don't know if they have doggy training boarding schools, but you might want to think about that. You might want to think about sending them away to get trained. And while they're away, you do some soul searching. Because my mother always said, don't half-ass anything. Okay? And unfortunately, you just weren't honest with your friend while your friend was alive. Will you, ha ha ha, sure. No, that was the perfect time to be like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you didn't. You agreed. It's just some shicey, janky shit. So I feel like the easy solution to this is get the dogs trained. Stop complaining about them not being trained. I mean, your friend obviously didn't care about them not being trained. But that doesn't mean that you have to continue to have these dogs who are ill-behaved. Okay? So first of all, get them trained. The trust definitely needs to pay for that. There's no way on earth this trust won't be paying for that. Okay? Get them trained, definitely. And then I feel like it's not a hard thing to overcome once they're trained. Like, once they're trained and they not always irritating you and grating you and giving you reason upon reason, you know, then you will see this as a way of honoring your friend, right? And treating her dogs with not the same way she would treat them, because you're not her, but treat them with love and compassion, because they lost their love when she died. Like they loved her and she died. And now they with your janky ass that don't even like them. Like, gee whiz. Gee whiz. So, you know, train them. I'm just confident in this training. Train them and work on your own compassion. You know, dig deep. Because, and I mean, to me, it's not even the money. You really focused on this money, and I don't mistreat them in an effort to save money. Like, don't not get them the training, because the training, I don't know how much is in the trust, but don't not get them training because the training would consume a large portion of the trust maybe, and you want to save it so that by the time they die, don't kill these dogs. Please don't kill these dogs. Please do not do anything to harm these dogs to shorten their lives. Please, like, don't make them so depressed that they, you know, it takes years off their lives. Please. But yeah, just when they're away at boarding school for obedience school, boarding obedience school, I think that's what it's called. Google it. Boarding obedience school. You do some soul searching, and I guess remember your friendship with this wealthy, eclectic person, and tap into how it raises your vibration, to really delve into compassion and kindness. This is probably an opportunity for you to do just that. I have found that when I'm in situations that I absolutely am like, how did I get in this situation? Me, of all people, in this situation. I find that it is an opportunity for growth, for like personal expansion, and a lot of reflection, you know, because I have a lot of habits that, and I always look forward to situations where I'm like, I thought this was just who I was, but really it's just what I was doing. And if it's not beneficial to me, then I don't have to keep doing it. And that's where not liking these dogs, that's where it is on the scale for you. You not liking these dogs is beneficial to no one. Because it sounds like you're going to keep these dogs for this money. So if you're going to keep these dogs for this money, then you've got to change your perspective about these dogs. Like, let's say they go to obedience boarding school. Like, I don't know, because I'm not a small dog person for the exact reason. Which is why if I had a wealthy, eclectic friend and she was like, will you take care of these dogs? Like, no. If you mean these little ass dogs, no. Shih Tzus, no. No. That's them dogs are the number one dogs that I don't want. Those and a Chihuahua. No. Yeah, I would have told her no. And if she begged me and was like, oh, Qadriyyah Safiyyah, you're just the most, wonderfulest friend, and I really need to be able to trust these dogs with someone. Please, Qadriyyah. Then I would probably agree, but I would also not. I would also, and you know what? The Lord did this to me with a child. Like I had 2 children, and in my heart of hearts, I was done having children. Ooh, I was done. When I tell you, I had a boy and a girl, they had the same daddy, and I was like, 2 is good. I think 2 is good. 2 is good. It was the perfect situation for me. So I was super done. Super done. I don't need no more kids. Like who? That's what I was like. Who? No. I'm not gonna have no more kids. I was settled on the matter. And then the Lord gave me 2 dreams that I could never forget. And I knew in those, I said, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have another baby. It's gonna be a boy. And then I sure did. His name is Kirikou. He turns 9 today. He turns 9 today. It's funny that I'm telling this story on his birthday. But yeah, but he came a couple years after those dreams. It wasn't like I had the dream and then, here I am, Mary, mother of Kirikou. No, so I let the facts settle in. The facts settled in. And you didn't get that opportunity because, she died. It sounds like she died quickly because of the aggressive cancer. And then, boom, you remember that you had lied to her and said you take care of these dogs. And now you have these dogs. And that's why I'm saying to you, send them dogs to obedience boarding school and give yourself that moment to settle in the reality that you're going to keep these dogs. And you loved your friend. And there is space in the keeping of the dogs for the money. Loving the idea of being debt free, okay? Because of these dogs. And honoring your friend and her wishes that you agreed to. Okay? There is space in there for you to find peace. There's space in there for you to find reconciliation. Now, I don't know if these dogs going to obedience camp means they not going to be yippy barky dogs. I mean, I hope it reduces the amount of yippy barkiness, but I don't know. But I do know that they are, like, maybe you and the dogs can go on bonding retreats. I highly suggest that. Now, I don't even know if that's a thing, but I certainly feel like dog owners are like that. So I feel like there is a thing. There is a thing where you go and bond with the dogs. And I think that is critical. But I think you need to do the steps. I think they need to be trained simultaneously while you're making peace with your situation. And then the 4 of yous, Blanche, Dorothy, and Rose, and you can go on a beautiful bonding experience, okay? All paid for by the trust, right? And then you'll be able to honor your friend's wishes happily, And maybe, hopefully, the dogs won't outlive you. All right. Oh man, I forgot. I was supposed to tell y'all to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, and what else? It's like, comment, and share. That's right. And share. Can y'all share these Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyahs, please? You never know who may enjoy them. I know. I certainly never know who enjoys them. And I can't ask you to comment because I want you to also get. I mean, if I say I want you to give your unsolicited opinion, then I'm soliciting your unsolicited opinion. Then it's not unsolicited anymore. So I can't tell you to comment. But if you like, you surely can like the video. Okay, and watch me progress as I remember to put this in the middle of the video instead of at the end, because the algorithm asks me to put it in the middle. So you'll be able to see my personal growth and developer at the YouTube, because if you look back on my earlier videos, I don't even be, listen, I think this is my like third or fourth video even saying it. Okay, and I was glad last time I remember to put it in the middle. Okay, so just subscribe so you can watch my personal growth as a YouTuber, and also get this unsolicited advice. All right, y'all, my success to us all.